Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Josh got the mic, Justin got the stats. Double trouble duo, brothers got the facts. Breaking down plays, it's a game day feast. Tigers on the prowl, from the west to the east. Crunching numbers, tossing jokes in the mix. Hot takes flying like a 3-point swish. Silsby pride, yeah, it's more than a vibe. In the jungle of sports, we the kings of the tribe. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Josh and Justin bringing fire to the floor. Tigers roar loud, we run the score. Every week they back for more. Justin breaking news, got the stats on lock. Josh got the quips, punchlines that pop. Game tape rolling, dissecting the plays. Highlight real shining, Tigers amazed. Rival teams tremble, fearing their cleats. Seals beat Tigers, undefeated beats in the zone. Every call they dissect, respect the grind. Every angle they inspect. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore.
Yeah, Josh and Justin, the duo so clean. Mic in their hands, ruling the scene. Call plays sharper than the Tiger's claw. Seals beat pride, they the hometown law. Studio lights brighter than Friday nights. Breaking it down like ref calls fights. Ruling on the field, that's the deal. Seals beat Tigers hard to steal. From the booth to the turf, they reveal. Every play, every call, what's real? Ruling on the field, that's the deal. Seals beat Tigers hard to steal. From the booth to the turf, they reveal. Every play, every call, what's real? From the kickoff to the whistle, they spit gold. Breaking it down like the game of
I like it better like that.
I like it. I mean, I like the fact that he gives the call. I just don't.
I don't like that.
If he's gonna do it though, I need to be like offsides defense, repeat third down, or something like that.
Yeah, no, I don't. I know we need to go back to and then of course John screwed everything up. So
yeah. Hey out there, sorry, we were discussing about our intro and how the referees look like they have no idea what they're doing, which is kind of par for the course. But hey, you're watching Ruling on the Field, the best sports show in the history of local Silsbee, Texas sports shows. I'm your host, Mr. Justin Marble. Sitting to my left, you're right out there, especially if you're watching on ESPN, is the always versatile sweatered Mr. Joshua.
thank you. I love sweater season.
He likes, remember that sweater weather.
It's sweater weather.
Sweater weather. And back there behind the glass, we've got Head and we've got the maestro himself on the ones and twos. We got Paul back there. I don't know if he can talk. He doesn't have a microphone back there. He could have a microphone back there, but I don't think he wants to say what he wants to say.
You don't want to be associated with us. I do not blame him. I do not blame him.
I don't want to talk to them guys. But hey, we're glad you're watching. We have a calling line. It's 409-554-9445. We love when people call in. We love when people call and talk to us about random things. And
also jump in the chat.
We love talking about sports ball. We love talking about really anything. We're going to we got a lot of stuff going on. We got just a little bit of local, and we got a lot of national things. We're going to talk about what scares us. Anyway, it's
irrational fear.
Irrational fears.
We're going to talk a little bit. Of course, we've got a little bit of stuff up front. We're going to talk local, some Silsbee basketball. We had a big signing day today in Silsbee. We're going to talk about that. Soccer schedule is out. We're going to
Soccer matters.
Soccer matters. Soccer does matter.
Soccer does matter.
We're going to talk about that, and we got a little stuff in the middle before we get to national. We're going to talk about
Jacob.
College football rankings and whether or not Texas belongs in those. As far as going into the playoffs, we had a big Thanksgiving Day weekend in NFL.
We them boys. Sorry, I had to say it.
Both on Thanksgiving Day and through the weekend. It's a good NFL weekend. We're going to talk about that. And of course, the big story is dealing with Lane Kiffin. Go Tigers! Lane Kiffin, LSU. We're going to give you a viewpoint from the guys who wear purple and gold glasses all the time,
and the guys who sat through Jordan Jefferson
and we're going to tell you the guys who sat through the lean years
and the Storm and Mormon
and Jarrett Lee,
yes,
and Zach Mettenberger, who was actually pretty good.
Actually pretty good.
We're going to We're going to give you our viewpoint on that. And of course, our ending BS segment where we're talking about what we're watching, what we're listening to. We throw the flag on something normally. So that's our show. In
a nutshell.
In a nutshell, but believe me, we can get off on certain topics and really get in the weeds on them. So we're going to.
And by the way, guys, if you are watching the show and you do comment or you do want to call in, remember 409-554-9445. If you do want to call in, just remember we don't talk negatively about amateur athletes or coaches. If you're getting paid Lane Kiffin money, we're going to tell you that you suck. If you don't, and you're making $70,000 a year like a WNBA player, we're still if you're a professional, we're going to tell you suck. But if you're an amateur and you're just coach, you're just coaching high school, something like that, we're not going to.
I mean, once you get paid for what you're doing for a living, if you're playing, even if you're playing a kid's game like Joe Burrow likes to say,
pay us a lot of money, play kids games,
they pay us a lot of money. But I mean, even so, if you're getting paid to do it, we get to tell you suck sometimes. I mean,
sometimes you suck, man.
Sometimes, I mean, I go to my job and sometimes I suck. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. So people can tell you.
But if you call in, get in the chat, talk to us, let us know what's going on.
Look up above Justin's head for our sponsors. They're going to be scrolling through.
Wait. There they are.
There they are, right there above Justin's head. If you're looking,
I had to figure out where I was going there,
and they'll be scrolling through the whole time. So
absolutely. Hey, we have we do fun things here. We have fun, and we got this Christmas. What would you call it? A potluck?
It's a Christmas potluck. We're setting up our Satsuma Valley Studios Christmas potluck, and I'm having a hard time coming up with or settling on a name for it. And everybody, you got names for holiday stuff. Jingle Bell Ball was always the dance when we were in high school, stuff like that. So we were trying to come up with a name for our Christmas potluck that we're going to have with the people who do shows here.
How do you say that on Dogma? This is the first of several iterations.
Yes.
Of the name. So we Josh compiled a list of ones we've discussed and talked about, and so we just want to see if maybe we can.
Yeah, y'all can help us out. Maybe y'all have a suggestion, but here's just a few that we come up with, and maybe you could vote on your favorite. Or, but anyway, and we're going to have this, for the Satsuma Valley Studios, the people who contribute and who have do shows and do the news and stuff here.
Yeah.
We're going to have a little potluck, a Christmas potluck. That's fun. It's fun to have, at your normal job, at your side job. Leslie is in the chat, so you can certainly comment on this, Leslie. So I come up with a few. One of them, I'll just go down the list. I'll tell you all.
On the list.
The Kringle Mingle.
No.
The Jesus Jamboree. No.
No.
Holiday Hootenanny.
That's actually okay.
I'm not angry. Hold
on.
Give me a pen and check.
I'm actually okay with that.
We're okay with that. That's an option. The Jolly Join Up.
Jolly Join Up. No, that sounds weird.
Mistletoe Mixer.
Mistletoe Mixer. No, because that mistletoe requires that I'm going to have to kiss somebody, and that's not going to happen.
Okay. Yuletide Yap. Yap is a buzzword right now. Yuletide. Yep. Yuletide Yap.
Is it like crack?
Crack's no. It's like yap, like yep. Like you're talking.
Somebody said something earlier about trying to crack. I didn't know what that was. I found out. Y'all don't want to know.
So that's a no. Rudolph Rendezvous.
No.
The Santa Soiree.
Soiree sounds exotic. I'm down with that.
Okay, we'll go with Santa. The Frosty Fiesta.
Oh, absolutely. That's like the best of both worlds. You got cold and hot. Fiesta's like Spanish.
It also kind of ties in with what we're doing food wise, because we are having Mexican food. We're having Mexican food, so the Frosty Fiesta kind of sounds right. We're going to do some enchiladas. We're going to do some tacos. We're going to do a taco bar. No to the yep. Leslie says no to the Yuletide yep. You'll log. Not that I have a log, in the sense that you said I
don't have a log or anything.
I don't have a log.
No to the yap, Leslie. That's no to the yap. Okay, no to the yap.
Wouldn't be the Christmas season if the stores weren't any hooter than what they are.
Hotter than. That's a great movie.
Yeah, it was on last night.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was on, and I watched a little bit of it. So if you want to reach out and hey, give us a Frosty Fiesta followed by Studio Siesta.
That I like that.
I'm not gonna sleep here.
I'm not either.
Because it might end up like Santa Ana, and my brothers may attack me if I sleep.
First off, let me. The last time that I was involved at any kind of December based party with you was at your class reunion.
Was that in December? That wasn't in December, was it? It was close.
Was it not December?
But it did involve Grey Goose.
Lots of it. Oh, it was so bad.
It was I
told our friend Nanny that Adrian hits me when she's not around. I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. And apparently I walked down some random person's driveway and thought I was going home. I was like, I'm going to the house. And they're like, you don't live there. And I was like, yes, I do. It was, on 327, when you're almost to Koontz on the right, they got that house with the long driveway where the Livelies used to live. I was just walking. I was just walking down that driveway. Like Adrian pulled over because I was like, I pull over now. And I got out and I thought I was going to vomit and I didn't. And I just started walking down the driveway. She's like, where are you going? I said, I'm going home.
There's chicken spaghetti down there, damn it.
Chicken spaghetti.
I remember. Anyway, yeah. So I like the Frosty Fiesta. We can do that. Have some chicken enchiladas. Have some tacos. Have some dips. Have some fixins. You know about the fixins?
The fixins. The fixins.
The fixins.
Why is it so hard for you to say that? It's gotta be like the fixins.
No, because that. And if you don't know what we're talking about, John sleeps in. Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, Eastbound and Down, they're doing a restaurant or him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he has a bar and he's got it drawn out and Kenny Powers says, I love what you're doing here, but you gotta have more room for the fixins.
For the fixins. Man, I watched that whole series till the very end I couldn't get it. Like
it's not one. I think I got through part of the first season. I'm like, okay. But I heard Vice Principals is the best.
Man, it's got Walton Goggins in it.
Walton Goggins, anything. We could do margaritas.
No,
we could
I
do
can't.
it. Does somebody have the Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville
maker machine? No, we don't.
Okay, all right.
Leslie K is responsible for those now. She said it's her job.
Okay, you said it, so you're responsible.
I'm writing it down.
Write it down.
Leslie K.
Margaritas.
Justin
can bring you
and fixins.
And also Justin can bring you some mezcal that he bought at a garage sale.
No, I can't because it's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It's gone.
It was at your house. It's gone.
Did we give me that pen back? Did we get through the whole bottle?
No.
Because there was a worm.
It was supposed to be red, but it was white by the time we.
It
was bottled in 1994, and I bought it. When was that, John? When was it the first or the second?
I think it was the first. When we had your
when I
lived
party
in Beaumont, we had a little bachelor get together.
When you left your bachelor party that we threw for you, what year was that?
That was the year of Harvey, 2017.
No, that was
2015. Okay, 2015. Yeah, because I didn't live at that house in 2017. So 2015, and we had it kind of out in the carport area.
Yeah, and then
Justin. I said, bring some drinks, Justin. Look what I found at this garage sale: a dusty bottle of mezcal that somebody went on a cruise and brought home. And is that not accurate, Justin?
That is no. Okay, so we were driving, a friend of ours had a garage sale. It was her dad's, and I go to it, and he's got an unopened bottle of mezcal, like never been opened. It was bottled in 1994. Okay, so that's 21 years that he was
So,
sitting that
so
bottle.
you're thinking that it's like a
I'm
good,
thinking
it's like a fine wine.
It's like wine.
Gets
And I'm
better
like,
with
oh,
age.
it's better with age, man. So, dude, we get it. We get it. We're like, we're doing it. And we pour it in the glass and we drink it. And it's like drinking gasoline. It is
Literally.
it is literally like, I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital because I couldn't breathe. Like, I was nervous for a minute. Everybody was hacking and coughing. And, yeah, it was really bad. And you could have, I'm pretty sure that that we started Josh's generator with it. I'm pretty positive we poured it in there and it started.
Probably
it was so bad, but
bad.
it was mezcal and it had the red worm in it. But by the time we got it and we were drinking it, the worm was white. All the color came off of it.
Let me tell you, you know that song "Dust on the Bottle"?
Yeah,
Does
It
not
doesn't
apply
wo-
to
does not apply
mezcal.
to tequila in general. I think.
So yeah, don't do that. But anyway, we got off on that because of Leslie K says she's the most responsible one here. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Let's just make good margaritas. You know, at the Frosty Fiesta. That's the name we settled on. That's the consensus.
The Frosty Fiesta. Are we having a fiesta? No, nobody. Okay, whatever. You don't. Yeah. Yeah, and Paul got here from a fresh siesta. Like
Fiesta. So what time's the Christmas parade this year? Anybody know?
Christmas parade. What time's the Christmas parade this year? 6 p.m.
Same time it is. You don't have to get on what's happening in Silsby and ask.
What time is the Christmas parade?
What time
Where
is the
are we
Christmas
going? Where do we go?
What and what time and what day? It's the first weekend.
The first Saturday in December.
First Saturday in December every
now,
year.
I'm just letting y'all know there is a 75% chance of rain.
Yeah. So
it could be. It could not make it.
So I brought all that up to talk about what we will be doing for our holiday schedule, John. As far as Satsuma Valley Studios, and as far as rolling on the field, we don't know yet. We will kind of play it by ear as far as what shows we'll do.
We will be picking a date, obviously, for our Christmas party. What we're going to do as far as the end of the year is we're going to, if the show falls on the week of Christmas, we're more than likely not going
Our show falls on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
So we're not doing.
We're not doing. I had to
We're
work
not-
a half a day on Christmas Eve.
We're
so-
not gonna do that.
yeah, so
I gotta
all
work a
shows
full
on
day.
that week are canceled.
Yeah. Okay. So Christian, don't look for anything from Satsuma Valley on Christmas week. If it happens to be the week before, and it falls on a day where everybody can do it, it's probably going to happen.
As
Right?
far as New Year's, because, obviously Christmas falls on the same day the week later,
Yeah.
or New Year's does. So that'll be New Year's. We're going to leave that up to y'all if y'all want to do it. It is my birthday, so gifts better be provided. Yeah, it is his birthday. January
Okay.
1st.
So we'll just play that by ear.
Yeah.
If it's
We'll play it by ears.
Christmas week, no shows.
Christmas week, no shows, but everything else, just kind of look on our pages and find out if we're going to be live or not.
Yeah. What are y'all doing for the float?
Okay. Don't worry about the
We will be in the break.
Satsuma Valley float. Will be in a parade.
We'll
so.
be paraded.
Okay.
Yeah, and those parade will be live streamed right here from our studio. So
Right
y'all, if
here
y'all
from
can't,
the
if y'all don't want to get
studios.
cold and everything, just put the kids on the couch and let them watch the parade and just throw candy at
There
them.
you go. There you go. And it'll be live streamed. It'll be right here, close to the tracks, right here at the Satsuma Valley Studios, on Fifth Street and Avenue I, right here in the corner.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're gonna get into some local. That was our little.
Yeah. That's our little thing going on there. Little opening BS.
we don't have a
there.
whole lot going on local.
Yeah.
Right now, basketball is in season, early season, especially for the boys. The girls have already played a couple games. They going into a tournament here shortly.
Yeah.
Justin's gonna update that.
Yeah. The boys. played a very, very, very good Westbrook team last night. They took the L a lot to not a lot, and so they're 0-5 on the season, but it's early. They're playing a lot of bigger schools, a lot of
Also,
tougher
one
schools.
thing you got to remember with Silsbee being a perennial playoff team in football is a lot of these guys who play football also play basketball. So you got to give them a little bit of time to kind of come in and assimilate back to basketball.
Yeah, it's
culture.
tough on them. Yeah,
It's tough a little bit, and once they do though, Silsbee always kind of comes out.
yeah. Well,
Got a new coach. We're gonna see how that goes, but I don't think 0-5. Don't look at that record and say, oh my gosh, what's going on. I don't.
Same with the girls. They lost to a tough Liberty team, 61-60, and they're going to play. They got a tournament December 4th through December 6th, so we'll see them. And like I said, a lot of the basketball girls do lots of other things.
Yes.
So you got to understand too. It takes a minute to get back in. And I know what you're saying out there, but I played both, and so being in football shape and being in basketball shape is two completely different things.
That's two different things.
100%. So I would get done with football and then switch to basketball, and it would take me a couple of weeks to get when you're a lineman on a football team, you got 5 yards of everything you got. When you're playing basketball, you have to dial that back, and you have to basically lean up.
You gotta be a soccer player.
You got to be a soccer player. You're running all the time.
Running all the time. So
it's a whole different.
So think
setup.
about that before you start, judging too deep into this. I think also part of those 5 losses were in a tournament early.
Yeah, and it's hey,
for Silsbee. So just
keep an eye on it.
Keep an eye on it. They'll once everything kind of falls together, it'll get better.
I know that y'all are looking forward to the sports articles in the B, but we will not be covering basketball in the B because we do not have that kind of time. There's lots of basketball games, and so it's more difficult for us to make that out. We're still we still do stuff for the B every now and then, but not during basketball season. So
yes, and just follow us for
follow us for updates
what we're going to be
and
doing
things like
going
that.
forward. There might be some changes.
Yeah, we'll see. Big signing day today. Silsbee quarterback, athlete Jacaleb Johnson signed a letter of intent to play for the UTEP. Is it Miners?
UTEP
Miners. That's a big sign right there because I don't know if you've seen Jacaleb Johnson in person, but he's a large mammal. He's a big kid, and he just is polite and kind and
just I don't mean to use, and I hate to use this term, but just the sweetest kid.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good kid.
He's a good kid.
He did.
And with us being, and we're going to talk a little bit about purple and gold later, but with us being LSU Tigers, Frank Wilson used to coach the UTEP Miners.
Yeah.
And Frank Wilson was the interim coach before Lane Kiffin. We'll talk about that later. Frank Wilson's a good recruiter.
Very good recruiter.
Good coach. So there's a tie-in there with us also.
Yeah.
But, UTEP's a good school. Sometimes pulls off upsets and every so often has a really good team, that they put out on the field. I believe that they got a good recruit here with Mr. Johnson.
I agree.
And I think he's going to show out for them in a quick way.
Did you see that? Did you see that thing where there was a reporter and she has gone through and interviewed Texas high school football players forever, and she linked them all together, and he said this is the difference in Texas high. This is interviews from Texas high school football, and every one of them, every time she has a question, he'd say something. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
That's right. That's right.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
And it
we
just kept
have
on and kept
manners
on
here
and
in
kept on.
Texas,
And I'm going
yeah.
to tell you, every player, we had Jacaleb, we had Matson, and we had Levin Powell on our show, along with Coach Randy Smith, and they were so polite. Is yes sir, no sir, and just the best behaved kids. And I think,
And just the fact that we brought them in kind of blind, and we said, okay, this is what we're going to do, guys,
Yeah.
and they just went
They
with
just
it,
went
and
with
they
it.
and they did a really good job on it, and that speaks to their character and the kind of kids that they are, and you got a football team full of those guys here in Silsbee, and that's something to be proud of, as well as their play.
Yeah. So hey, that's awesome. Congratulations, very well deserved for Mr. Johnson there. Great athlete, great quarterback. Led Silsbee into the playoffs, led them all season. Very well mannered, and super proud for you. So
Yes.
congratulations.
Wish you best.
Yeah.
Wish you the best in that endeavor.
And look, and that's not. I mean, I know that's the big news from Dave from signing day, but a lot of people don't necessarily sign right away. So I'm sure we'll have plenty.
Well, this
more.
is the early signing
Yeah,
period.
I'm sure we'll have plenty more sign on
We
National
will.
Signing Day and things like that. So,
The college calendar is a messed up thing, and that's
Yeah.
another thing we're going to talk about when we talk about Lane Kiffin
Yeah.
being hired at LSU.
yeah, there's a lot going on there. It's
But the early signing period is a newer thing, and it is. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth having because these kids that already know where
they already know what they want to do.
They already know what they want to do. They already know what they want to get in early. They want to go ahead and get in the spring semester at some points. At sometimes.
Thank you.
So
I got my own pen.
So, if they already know what they want to do, let them go at it.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, congratulations, Caleb. We watched you all year. We watched you for a couple years, several years. So, good job. Proud for you. And UTEP got him a hell of a player. So
They absolutely did.
anyway, what is this trash thing that you you messaged last night about this trash can situation?
Well, the city of Silsbee put out a post about an ordinance that they have on the books that is, you need to bring your trash can in after pickup before 24 hours expires on the day of pickup, and that's understandable. It's not a problem in my neighborhood.
Well, so I have a question.
Okay.
When you said that the other day, because I don't, I have two trash cans. Now, I don't use the crappy one. I use a different one. But I have, I bring my trash out I have one trash can that stays at the curb and then one that stays up on the side of the house. When the house is full, I bring it out and swap them out. But I don't, whenever they're not sitting on the road, they're sitting in my yard.
Yeah.
And so as long as they're off the road in your yard, does that matter? I'm just asking because
as long as they're not on the street, that's the problem, and it's a city limits issue. And John, before you talk, let me get my damn thoughts out. I know you got a lot to say on the topic, but I'm also well versed. I guarantee you. I promise you. He can't wait. He comes over to the doorway and he's just standing in the door.
He's like,
I'm gonna talk.
He's drooling there's drool on his chin and his freshly manicured beard. And
Look. Here's my thing about it. You've got an ordinance that's been on the books for a long time about getting your trash can. Hey, that's fine. It's not a HOA thing. I do live in a neighborhood that has deed covenants, and one of those is that you bring your trash can in. That's fine if you live in in an area where it impedes the flow of traffic or can be a hindrance to drainage or can be a problem in any facet of city public works. That's fine. I think that my main deal this is where I went with it, and please forgive me because I don't know why I went this route. But when I seen it yesterday, I went, it's a war.
It's a war.
It's a war.
War.
It's my mind went straight to Star Wars for some reason.
The Clone Wars.
And it went to Yoda and it went to Yoda, and it's because I'm a little bit of a nerd. And it went to Yoda, and the first thing I thought in my head was, begun the trash can wars have.
On the street, your trash cans cannot be. Fear the Force.
24 hours, your trash cans must be brought in.
Your trash cans must be removed. That's a horrible Yoda.
Well, you channeled. Hold on, that Yoda right there kind of went into Bane.
I know. I was like, I was born in the trash can. You merely remove it from the street.
I was born on the street.
I was born near the trash can. Sorry.
Anyway, so we're recruiting Jedis to the fight.
Yeah.
If you would like to fight the trash. Now, in all seriousness, if it's a city ordinance, you should follow it. Here's my problem with it: is why in the world are we putting out trivial on our official Facebook, on our official city Facebook, putting out trivial city ordinances when we have much bigger problems to address? And can I get an amen on that, John? Do we have critical infrastructure problems?
We have infiltration.
Do we have I&I problems that are getting a study done on them that has been done? Do we have sewer plants that are failing? Absolutely, we do. So why are we worried about a trash can ordinance? It just kind of.
I have a thought. I'm not involved in city government or anything like that, but the problem is the people in charge are getting tired of people bitching about how crappy the trash service is, and they're like, well, you know what? If you want to bitch about it, we're going to give you something else to bitch about. We're going to bitch you about something.
Well,
like, you might not like the fact that we pay way too much for trash service, and they don't pick our crap up half the time, but hey, you need to get your trash cans off the road.
And here's where that goes wrong is that you knew you've had a crappy trash service for a long time, and you chose to renew their contract
with very little push.
With very little, yes, and with no fight from the people who claimed they were going to fight for it. It's and then you put out, by the way, you can have a $500 fine for not picking up your, not bringing your trash.
By the way,
can.
this is from the people who are supposedly.
Wait. So if you don't pick up your can, it's $500 fine. But if they don't pick up your trash, then nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. You know what happens? You know what happens? You know what happens? You called City Hall twice. You called City Hall one day and said, "Hey, my trash didn't get picked up," and I can speak to you from experience from the last 6 months of my life. And in fact, the last 2 weeks of my life, you call City Hall and you say, "Hey, they completely missed my trash can and 3 others on my side of the street. Everybody else got picked up. I don't know why." And they still didn't get picked up.
Go ahead.
And then you call them back and they're like, "Okay, we'll get it taken care of." Look, at some point it has to be, what are we going to do to solve this problem? It doesn't need to be, "Hey, by the way, let's put let's remind you of a burden that we can put on you."
It's John's turn. Let him talk. He's chomping
okay.
at the damn bit.
Yeah, because here's my thing. So personally, as a resident of the city, I want to say I love the city first. Okay?
Oh God.
However, here's my thing. I am at fault, or they are at fault for not picking up my trash for over 3 weeks, and then it didn't get picked up. Here's my problem with it. You want to put an ordinance out there that you never ever enforced. It's never been enforced.
No.
Okay.
But they're like,
and you want to fine somebody $500. Here's my problem. If they don't pick up our trash cans, why are we being faulted? Because I leave my trash can out there because I don't know when the hell they're going to come pick it up.
And you've got city councilmen sharing this bullshit that know that this trash surface is terrible. Yeah. Why in the world would you?
You cannot.
You're supposed to have our
as a city. You cannot.
You didn't fight for it, so don't share it. You didn't fight for the non-renewal of the contract. Don't share your. I mean.
And I know this.
And next time that there's an election, I want you people to remember that.
But you cannot enforce a law that you're not taking up your end of the agreement on. If you're not picking up our trash, you can't charge us $500.
Now they can do what they can send a code enforcement officer and
I will tear it up. I can
Okay,
tell you right
and
now.
and
They
you
will
and,
take you to jail.
and they will they'll make sure that they get them.
Okay,
I
so
guarantee
listen,
you.
listen,
but
listen,
but
wait,
this
wait,
is
I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't live here.
No.
Okay, but let me tell you something. The fact of the matter is, when I did live here, we had waste management, and my trash always got picked up.
yeah.
Every time. After I moved,
Let's just say
anyway.
Let's just
the-
say
here's-
what it.
here's-
Let's say
here-
what it is.
the
Let's
city-
say what it
the-
is. Let's speak plainly. Pineywood Sanitation is a shit company, and you
Yes.
renewed their contract.
Yes, you renewed their. Here's my problem. And the people who voted to renew it are supposed to have your best interest in mind, but they don't.
They don't.
They don't
They have
give-
they
don't
have
give a crap.
their
They have their
interest in
best
mind.
interest in mind. They don't give a crap about you.
They don't care about you.
How many city council meetings have you been to and spoken and said, "Hey, this is what I have," and they're like, "No, we're going to do what we want anyway." How many times have you heard? You know what? I'm not going to name any names, but you know who you are. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
You know exactly who you are. You've been on city council a long time, and you're out there saying, "Hey, this is how it's always been. This is what we're going to do. If it doesn't fit your agenda, then it doesn't work." Get a clue.
And that's the biggest problem. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. That's what I've been fighting against for 7 years. The whole "this is how it's always been." Well, guess what? The way it's always been sucks.
It's not working.
It ain't
It's time to
working,
try something
guys.
different.
It ain't working with your trash service. It ain't working with your sewer plants. It ain't working with your infrastructure. Get it together.
And you got people who care. Okay.
Yes, you do.
I have a friend who works for the city, and he is the I guess would be the wastewater supervisor. Whatever he is, he genuinely cares about this place. He moved away and came back to work here to try to make it better. And I talked to him. He's like, "Dude, I'm trying everything I can, but nothing is happening." And so
They've got a bunch of people. They've got a bunch of people who over delegate. Is what the problem is.
Well, they need to get their crap together because I'm.
Get it together, guys. People are noticing.
Yeah,
That's what we're saying. People are noticing. People are noticing from the top to the bottom. People are noticing you council members. People are noticing the people in the field. People are noticing. Get it together. That's all we're saying. That's our rant.
that can be our
And
throw the flag too.
And we're gonna throw the flag on
Throw
it.
the flag on it,
and we're
say
gonna
it's trash.
And if you would like to be a Jedi to that cause, you can train under Master Justin.
Yeah, shoot us a message. We need all the Jedi we can get. We'll teach you the ways.
Jesus Christ!
This
to,
is the
to
way.
put out an ordinance. To put out a damn ordinance.
Jesus.
Hey, by the way, we could fine you if you leave your trash can out. I leave my trash can out because it didn't get picked up on the right day. Fools. God dang it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
We're a sports show and we want to talk about sports. We'd had to get that out of us because it's just ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing. One of the most ridiculous things you've ever
I've
seen.
ever heard. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, almost as ridiculous as well. We're on. You know what? I remember the reason. You know how when it's time to leave a job and something just clicks.
Yeah.
That the reason I left the city was one of those things. It just clicked, and I was like, "This is BS."
Yeah.
That's the it is. This is. That's when I started looking for another job. Anyway, I guess that. Yeah.
That covers
What
it.
can we go to number 3?
We can skip over that.
I want to talk about we
don't.
didn't rant it, dude. I don't think you want to rant anymore about that.
I don't think I didn't know I was going to get that.
Your blood pressure's up.
I didn't know I was going to get that fired up about that, but let me tell you, that's something that just got under my skin. I don't know. It just did because these people build their campaign promises on we're going to take care of you and everything. And what are they doing up there? They're not taking care of you. They're renewing a contract to a junk trash service
Yeah.
that doesn't pick up your trash, that always has excuses. That's all.
And good luck trying to call and like if you can't get you call City Hall and you don't get help there, you try to call them. Good luck doing that.
No, you ain't gonna get.
I rolled up to the office
Promise
one
you.
day.
Promise
I was
you ain't
like,
gonna
I was
get
like, hey,
anything.
somebody's gonna come get my trash. Sorry.
Not gonna get anything.
Anyway, irrational fears. What brought this up?
Because my daughter's scared of Jurassic Park.
What?
Yeah.
Which one?
The youngest one. The younger
my
one.
gosh, is
Don't
she
say her
really?
name out loud.
Is she really?
She's scared. We were having this talk at the bar the other night, and one of her friends said, "Well, she's scared of Jurassic Park for no reason." What?
What were your daughter hanging out at the bar? Like what?
No. At our kitchen bar.
Oh, okay.
Cole.
I was like, what are y'all drinking at the bar? Like she having a mimosa? Like is it morning time? Like,
no.
Sorry.
We were at a kitchen bar and we were just
Okay.
talking. We were having a snack, and
The island, guys.
the
The
island, we were
island.
talking about irrational fears, and she is scared. She don't like to watch Jurassic Park because she's scared of it. And I said, dinosaurs don't exist anymore, correct?
Yeah.
Like they can't. Yeah, they can't get you.
Do you know what's crazy? You ever listen to some crazy facts? And it says that George Washington died in this year. He died on your birthday, by the way.
He did. December 14th.
Died of this year, and the first fossil of dinosaur was found 10 years later, so he never knew dinosaurs existed. That's crazy to me. I'm like, what? Anyway, sorry. I have an irrational fear.
Okay,
You remember that movie, The Leprechaun?
you didn't like the leprechaun?
No, man, it scared the hell out of me when I was little. Remember that Wayne's World skit? I'm the leprechaun. And Garth was like, oh. I was
course
terrified of that movie. That and and Tales from the Crypt, that Crypt Keeper guy.
Crypt Keeper was scary.
Oh,
He
dude,
was
that
scary.
freaked me out, bro.
There's certain ones that they taught you in school, like quicksand. When they talked to you about quicksand in school, you thought you were going to encounter it on a daily basis.
I know. Same thing with fire. Like we always like stop, drop, and roll, stop, drop. I thought I'd be on fire more. I thought I would be on fire a lot more in my life, and I'm not. And I was like, I stopped, drop, and rolled in the gym like every day, and nothing happened.
The one that got me, and this may be why my daughter is scared of prehistoric things. They had a book. There was a book that it was in a textbook. It was a history textbook, and they were talking about things that existed
Right.
prehistorically, and one of them was a giant sloth. John, we got a picture of the giant sloth. Can you bring that up?
I've seen a sloth.
Okay, well, this is a giant one.
What the
Okay.
heck is that?
It's a giant sloth. It's a prehistoric sloth that apparently
Were they
was,
that big?
They were that big, and I had an irrational fear that a giant sloth was going to come out of the woods and get me. But they don't exist anymore. So it has a horse head, kind of,
It's kind of weird, man.
but
Like,
it
I
still
don't
has
like
the sloth claws.
But look, if it's a sloth, you can run away from it. It's not going to catch you. If it's a giant, if the skinny ones are.
It's very slow.
I'm just saying, you would have time to get away.
It's like Michael Myers.
He walks everywhere. That dude doesn't run anywhere.
Yeah.
How does he catch these people?
Yeah,
Jamie
right.
Lee, get it together.
But anyway,
Anyway.
that's one of the things that I was, irrationally scared of. And of course, the quicksand thing. I thought I'd encounter
I
quicksand.
thought I'd be on
way
fire more. Like,
Yeah.
what do you do, guys? If you're on fire, you
stop,
stop,
drop,
you
and
drop,
roll.
and you roll. And I've never been on fire.
Nope.
Knock on wood. I hope I'm never on fire, but I thought it would happen more. And
The one thing that we were taught that I think people have actually used in their life, and I think is a good thing that they still teach, is the Heimlich maneuver.
yeah.
And when people are choking, the Heimlich maneuver. That's one thing that I think that they still teach that, is helpful. I've seen people
I agree.
use that.
I like the. I think that it's. We go over it in first aid still to this day. Like every we do first aid and CPR and all that, we have to go over the Heimlich maneuver. We have to learn it.
And and CPR is different now too. You don't do the mouth resuscitation.
You can do it if you have like a non-rebreather or something like that, or like a bag. But they don't want you to do breast. They want you to do compressions only.
Just compressions only. Okay.
So, I mean, you can do the breast, but most time it's compression only. And
But anyway, that's our irrational.
that's a girl. I'll tell you a fear. We was on the cruise ship with a girl named Rose who sang the Titanic song in karaoke.
Oh my god!
I would lose it. I'd be like, no.
We went on a cruise this summer, Jacob, and I did not like the girl standing by the rail.
Oh no,
Did not like it.
I do that when we go like on the ferry.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all get away from the rail. Like
I'm like, And then I saw, wait, but the girls are too big to fit through the railings. But then I seen a kid who could have easily slipped through the railings, and it freaked me smooth out. And I was like, babe, lady, get your kid out of there. Get your kid out of there. And I was like, I'm on guard the whole time. I was like, if that kid sticks his head through there, I'm going to grab him. You know,
we went on a cruise, and it was supposed to be it was a Valentine's cruise, so it was like an adult. It was called the Friends and Lovers cruise, and so I'm thinking, me and my wife went for, it's a Valentine's Day cruise, and there were so many damn kids, and I was terrified of them the entire time. Like they would run everywhere and no parents, they're running everywhere, bro. And I'm like, no, man, it freaked me out. Anyway. And I got on to them several times. I was like, hey, y'all need to go find your parents. Anyway.
Do you have the college
I do. I have
ring at the board? You got them pulled up? Go ahead and start talking. I'm going to be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. All right. So nothing really changed in the top four. Actually, the top five. Nothing really. A&M fell to 7 from 3. Georgia moved up. That's really the only thing that changes. A&M fell to 7. Oklahoma State at 8, Alabama 9, Notre Dame 10, BYU 11, and Miami 12. They have Texas at 13. Now I don't. Should Texas be in? That's the thing. If you look at teams like BYU, okay. Let's see if I can find the thing. Let's see. Okay, right here. So they have not played. They played when Arizona was ranked number 18. They played them. They beat Utah barely. Texas Tech strummed them. Number 4 Texas Tech strummed them. So they beat 2 top 25 teams. Lost to number 4 team, and that's really it. Like they haven't played anybody. I don't know. I don't think that they belong. I think that Texas should be in. I don't know. But I don't. So they've got, after the conference championships this weekend, that's when the final college football playoff comes out.
That's correct. Who are you talking about right now?
I was talking about, should Texas be in?
Well, here's my thought on Texas. Okay. And we're going to talk about this a little later too. Kind of like the Cowboys, they may be peaking at the right time. Arch Manning probably had his best game of the year. I'm on my stuff. Sorry, guys.
Anyway.
Arch Manning had his best game of the year.
He really did. He did really well.
And I think if they continue that line of offensive coordination and those play calls that they played or that they called in that specific game.
Yeah,
I think that they could beat some teams that are currently in the top 12.
I think they look. I'm gonna be 100%.
Let's go through and look at the teams that
I have zero problem with the top 7. Actually, really, John, I'll be honest with you. The only problem that I have, I don't think that Notre Dame should be there.
No, I don't think Notre Dame should be there.
I mean, look, I went back and looked at their schedule. Where am I at here? Where am I at here? Okay. They lost to Miami, which is ranked number 12, which is fine. They lost to A&M. So they lost to 2 top 10 teams, but then they played Purdue, they played a really bad Arkansas. They played Boise State. They played NC State. They beat USC, which is ranked at the time wasn't ranked 16, but they're ranked 16 now. They beat Boston College. They beat Navy. They beat Pitt. They beat Syracuse, and they beat Stanford, a really bad Stanford team. So,
I think Texas could possibly beat everyone up to number 6. I think they could beat Miami. I think they could beat BYU. I think they could beat.
I think they would destroy BYU, and
I think they would beat Notre Dame. I think they could beat Alabama.
I think they could definitely beat Oklahoma.
Yeah, and they have beat Texas A&M. Did they beat Oklahoma, or did Oklahoma beat them this year?
No, I think they. Let me see.
I think Oklahoma might have won.
No, Texas beat them 23-6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they definitely could beat everybody up to Texas A&M, and they'd probably beat Ole Miss. So do I think Texas should be in there? Absolutely. I think they should jump somebody. I would be worried about anything forward of that. Oregon, Texas Tech, Georgia, Indiana, Ohio State.
So my one problem. I say it's Notre Dame, but Notre Dame lost to 2 really good teams. I'm okay with that. I don't think they play good enough schedule to be in there. However, a problem I have is Miami's ranked 12th. They lost to trash Louisville and SMU.
Yeah.
And how do you lose to 2 teams that aren't ranked, by the way?
Which is why they could lose to Texas. They could lose to anybody after Texas, to be honest with you. They're wishy-washy. They're not consistent. They are subject to be beat by anybody that they play that is in the Power 5.
Well, here's what's going to happen. Okay, Ohio State and Indiana are playing Saturday. One of them's going to lose. And
But did either of those drop out of the top 12?
No, I don't think so. Unless no, I think Georgia and Alabama play. If Alabama loses, they got to be out.
Yeah, I think they'll be out. They're a 3-loss team right now, aren't they? 2-loss.
They're a 2-loss team.
That'll make them a 3-loss team. I think that they would be out.
But what if Georgia? I mean, if Georgia loses, they beat Texas 35-10.
Yes.
They lost to. Who did they lose to? They lost to Bama.
Yeah.
And they lost to Notre Dame. No, they didn't. That was last
Georgia
year.
didn't lose.
Sorry. I'm tripping, man. I'm looking at last year. Who else did they lose to? They lost to Bama.
I don't think they have 2 losses.
They
I think
did.
they just lost to Bama.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
I thought they had 2.
No, I think they just have 1.
No, you're right.
And they caught Bama on a day when Bama was acting like Bama, and that happens right now with Bama because they're not Nick Saban Bama. You're not walking into a juggernaut every time you play them. You're walking into a team that is pretty good, but you can still beat them.
Yeah, and if in fact, let me say this, if in fact that Georgia does beat Alabama, Alabama falls out, Notre Dame's not playing in a conference championship game. Who's playing in the Big 12? Texas Tech and who?
I'm not sure. Notre Dame.
BYU.
Notre Dame is not affiliated with the conference, which is a big problem that they need to fix. It always has been, but in this new system, it really needs to be addressed. It's not fair.
And Josh, the problem is with the Power 5. You understand that even if you're not ranked in the top 12, that if you win your conference, like if Tulane wins their conference, they get an automatic bid.
Correct. Yeah, if you win your conference.
And so I think personally, I understand all that. I think that here's where I think that Texas has done a lot. I don't think they're going to get in. Do I think that they're playing the best football right now? Absolutely.
Yeah. Much like the Cowboys that we're going to talk about later.
Yeah,
they're peaking at the right time.
They're peaking at the right time, and I think that what's going to happen is they're going to get I think they're going to get left out, and that is going to be. And next year they're going to run rampant on the.
Well, here's
SEC.
my thing about Texas is that why did they wait this long to figure out that, hey, Arch Manning can move around a little bit. He can get in space.
And he can throw the football. Their whole offense in the first year was like check downs and short passes. Let the guy throw the ball.
Yeah, they didn't really. It almost seemed like they didn't trust him. And later in the year, when you've lost a couple, you don't have any reason to not just let it go. And now they're seeing what they could have had earlier in the season.
At some point,
because Arch Manning is not a bad quarterback.
No.
He's
really a good quarterback if you let him play his game.
And you can't. I see a lot of comparisons to his uncles. You can't compare them. He's more athletic. You can see that.
Yeah. I'm always told that he's more like his dad, Cooper. Like Cooper was the athlete.
If he would have been,
if he wouldn't have got whatever he has,
if he would have been, he would have. He was the athlete in the family, much like his grandpa, who went to Ole Miss, who run all over the place.
Yeah. Let me say this: if for some reason, if I don't know what happens, but if they put Texas in the playoff, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if you see them in the national championship game. And I'm going to tell you why. Defense. Their defense is so good. Who's that kid from Jasper that plays for them? Ty Anthony Smith.
Yeah.
He played for Jasper a couple of years ago when Draylen was playing. He was the linebacker, but in the second half of the Jasper game, they just put him in at running back and just kept running.
And
that dude is a ball player. Like he is all over the field. Third down, it was third and something, and he made the basically the game saving tackle there.
Some kids just make plays.
He's just a ball. He's like
it's like the honey badger.
He's everywhere.
It's like Tyrann Mathieu. Go back and watch his highlights. He just made plays when it was time to make plays. That's all. And that's and that's why with his stature, his physical ability, he was able to advance in his career as far as he did. Because he just did the things that needed to be done. We had several guys that come through LSU that we knew because we're close to the, when we watched them that were like that. Patrick Peterson. We've got a guy there now who although he hadn't shown this year, but Perkins.
Yeah, Harold Perkins.
Harold Perkins Jr. is he's one of those players, and you'll see him in the league, and he'll probably be better in the league because he was working with a defense that, for the last couple of years that he hadn't been used to. And he might have melded in a little bit, knowing that he's going to go to the league. He didn't want to get hurt.
Yeah, I can see that.
He knew that he wasn't, a team that was going to win a national title. You can almost kind of see that with these players when they're that good, and they, but they're low. He didn't transfer out. He could have went anywhere. But those players like that can just make a play when needed, they're so special. Honey Badger, you were talking about that gentleman from Texas. Seems like when you need them, there they are.
Yeah, he's a ball player, and I like watching him play. And I'm telling you right now, they got the defense going in the right direction. The offense is coming around.
They might be peaking at the right time.
I'm telling you, if it's kind of like a 2007 feel.
Yeah.
Where if everything goes right, Texas could be the LSU this year. If everything goes right, they make it into the playoff and they make a run. And do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't think they're going to make it to the playoff. Do I want it to happen? I do, because I want to see it.
Well, here's the thing: if they get in, that gives you a rooting interest. It gives you somebody to root for.
Yeah.
If you're a Texan, if they get in, they could probably play and beat any team that's in there. Ohio State seems like a juggernaut. I'm here to tell you that
every year they seem like a juggernaut, and everybody
Yeah,
loves
much
them.
like every Big Ten team that is the best in the Big Ten.
Let's just take a look. Sorry, I'm just going to take a look.
Okay,
at this.
yeah, let's delve into it a little bit.
Let me go back to what I was looking at. Let's look at Ohio State. Let's look at their schedule, because they don't. So they beat Texas 14-7.
Correct.
That is the number one team in the state, in the country.
Who is blowing?
It was destroyed. They
destroying
beat
everybody.
They played Grambling. They played University of Ohio. They played Washington. They played Minnesota. They played Illinois. They played Wisconsin. They played Penn State. They played Purdue. They played UCLA. And they played Rutgers. And then they played a not very good Michigan team that was in the game late. That's not a schedule. You're beating Division II teams. Okay,
You're beating subpar teams that are having an off year.
and
Also,
they're like, yeah,
and you beat Texas 14-7.
yeah, and the only team that you played that was any good, you played Michigan, and by the way, it was 13-9 in the fourth quarter. Okay, and Michigan lost that game. You didn't win it. Michigan lost it.
Yeah, and,
Okay,
and not that
and-
you didn't have a good season. You won. You won.
Congratulations. You went
all the
undefeated.
games.
You went
You've
undefeated.
won all the games, but can you be beat? Yes.
And you beat Washington, who's not good at all this year. You beat Washington 24-6. That's not very good. I mean, you let Ohio score 9 points on you. You beat Grambling State 70-0. Congratulations. And you beat the only team that has an argument to be in this playoff right now, Texas, 14-7.
That's right. That's the only playoff team.
And let me tell you this: if Texas didn't go up there and play you, and you played some kind of fluff schedule like Alcorn State or whatever, Texas is in the playoff right now, and they're probably ranked pretty high.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is Big Ten is always big. If you read the message boards, read the comments on ESPN, they're so big about the SEC cupcake games.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to get 2 or 3 cupcake games a year in the SEC. Well, so do y'all. You know, I mean, ain't that funny?
Yeah.
Now in the SEC, you only get 2 because of the scheduling and the way they have to do it. There's no divisions anymore.
Yeah.
So you have your
Which I don't care
permanent.
for.
I don't care for there not being divisions, but you have your permanent opponents. I think you have 2
Yeah.
for each team, and then you just have a rotating schedule, but you still only get those couple of cupcake games, and then you get a. It seems like every team schedules a non-conference game that is somewhat would be a competition.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, I think something should be said for Texas going up there and being the closest team to beat the number 1 team in the nation. I think that's if you're the committee, you've got to take that into consideration.
Yeah, absolutely.
They went to Ohio State. They went to the shoe, and they could have won that football game.
And they beat Texas A&M, who I feel like is a very good
team.
football team.
Yeah, they had I don't know if they just had a rough night or what, but they're one of the only teams I've seen get pressure on A&M's quarterback, and I was just like, man,
Well,
they're good at football.
Here's what I saw, and I've seen somebody else say this, is that Texas A&M has yet to play 4 complete quarters of football. And LSU had them on the ropes in the first half of their game.
Yeah.
Because they have a good defense. Guess what? Texas has a good defense. They probably watched a lot of the film from A&M, LSU, and said, okay, we can do this different than what they were doing, and we'll probably beat them. And they did.
And you know what they say about defense? Wins championships,
That's
boys.
correct.
So anyway,
So
I'm
Texas,
excited
I
to see
think
it.
Texas should be in there. I hope that they get in there, and I hope they do what Justin does and make kind of a run there.
Yeah.
That would be neat to see, and especially with them using Manning kind of in his
Yeah. I'd like to see him
natural
make a run.
role. I feel like that's more of a natural role for him, is to not only be a good passer but also be
And
able
look,
to pull it down and run.
It's not just this is a selfish thing for me, because when Texas is good, you have better stories. Like Pole
Absolutely.
Assassin and Dangerous Monkeys Biting Kids and things like that, and Sarkeesian, and just it's better for us to talk about. But I think that Texas defense would keep them in any game they have. I think that Arch Manning is getting hot at the right time. I think that you got to, if you're the committee, and I know y'all are watching us out there, the committee members are, because they value our opinion.
That's right.
And I'm just letting you know, you've got to take that Ohio State game into consideration. Not that they lost, that they were the closest team to knocking off the number one team in the country. The number one team in the country the entire year.
Yeah,
You've got
Aaron,
to think about that.
Aaron, I didn't, I heard that and I agreed with it, and that's why I said it. I heard somebody say, Texas A&M has yet to, just play the most complete game that you've ever seen, and just beat a team through 4 quarters, and they have that was a legitimate team. I'll say that.
Yeah.
They have their, easy games just like everybody else, but the fact that LSU in their current offensive state hung in there with them, even though Brian Kelly, that was his last game, and he was still. If you really kind of look into it, Brian Kelly was a non-present coach, especially this year. That's why they got rid of him. That's why they got rid of Woodward.
Yeah.
But the fact that they hung in there with them and big second half team. Yeah, that's what they did to LSU. In the second half, they come out. They had a better game plan than LSU. They beat them. I really think that probably Texas and their staff keyed on what happened at LSU and kind of said, okay, this is what they did wrong. We can fix it, and we can beat this team. And I believe that A&M is a very good team, and I think that this could possibly be the year for them if they can put one together, and hang in there and win a couple here. But I do think that if Texas gets in, and if Sarkisian and his staff has a chance, they might could put something together, kind of like a la what they did with A&M there.
Yeah. Aaron, I'm assuming you're talking about Le'Veon Moss, the running back. I think it would have been a little different. I think that it's, at A&M, especially with the athletes they have, it's kind of like next guy up. How good is the next guy, compared to Moss,
obviously one good thing that's come up in Texas A&M in the last, 5, 6, 7 years is recruiting.
Yeah, they recruit really well.
And they recruit really well, and they get I think they work the transfer portal good.
But yeah, Aaron, that injury was rough. So
yeah,
we'll see. Anyway, so the Cowboys won.
They did. Hey, and we've been talking about it, and are the Cowboys? They look good.
They look real good
against the Chiefs. Pickens is really coming on.
Man, that's a ball player.
He's been good all year, but he's really kind of being featured more now.
Yep.
And of course that helps CD.
Yeah. So CD normally when there's, like last year, there was nobody else, no other receiver, and then they get a it is. I can't wait. I'm gonna watch that game. It's with nobody, you can double team CD and you don't got to worry about it. They got their tight ends.
Correct.
But
Ferguson's a good tight end.
Yeah, Ferguson's a real good tight end. And but now you've got Pickens, who is just, if you throw it in the general vicinity, he's going to catch it. He's got really good hands. He's not a body catcher. He attacks the ball. He's really, really good at what he does. And I think that and he's really good at running. He's really good route runner. Him and CD both are really good route runners.
And we know that Dak is a good quarterback. Does he
screw up
or fail to meet expectations from time to time?
Yeah.
Yes. But if he's got these skill guys that can go along with him and complement them.
Not to mention their running game.
What's the big buzzword right now? Complementary football.
Complementary football.
And with Dallas's defense looking, pretty good, I think that's what they're playing right now, and they may be peaking at the right time. That's one of the things I took from the weekend.
Yeah,
is that Dallas looks real good.
I want to say a couple things. Oh my gosh, the Cowboys getting Javonte Williams from the Broncos, that was huge.
Yes,
he is he wasn't. I mean, he was good in Denver. Don't get me wrong. By the way, if you, I'll get to that in a minute. That dude can run the football.
Yes.
And it's 4 and 5 yards and a cloud of dust. And he does, but when he gets free, he can go. And if, what am I saying?
Get them in the open field and let them try to break or tackle. I mean, get them loose. That's.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking something up. Sorry. If you think for a second, and I want to say this to people out there who are bashing Sean Payton, from New Orleans, like, oh, he did this, he did that. If you think for a second that he ain't a good coach, he turned the Broncos around. They're a playoff team. They're really good. Do I think? And they got rid of Javonte Williams, so he must have saw something and said, no, we don't need him. But the Cowboys lucked out on that because he is he runs the ball very well, and I like it.
You got to have a running game, and we'll talk about it more, of course. But I believe that some coaches, including Lane Kiffin, who's coming to LSU, understand that you have to have a running back.
Yeah,
that can get you yards. You
You
have to be able to set up your passing game via a decent running game.
And think about it like this: last year, not a great running game.
No.
The year before, really good running game.
Yes.
And Dak threw the ball. Well, he was injured, but when he wasn't injured, he was slinging it because, hey, if you have a good running game, and you can talk to Peyton Manning, you can talk to any of these guys. If you have a running game, if you have somebody that can get the ball and move the ball, and you have to you have to make your linebacker stay home. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Jacob, with the Texans,
the Texans could win the AFC
I really
South.
try to watch Texans games a lot because they're on a lot. And to me, they've always seemed like just a very inconsistent team. Right now they got long neck Mills. Is that
What did you call? What did you call him?
long neck? Have you ever seen his neck?
No, I guess not.
It's about 2 foot long. Hold on, let's pull up the
Yeah,
picture.
pull up. I guess I've never noticed.
Well, I mean, people have been making videos about it and stuff, so I don't.
Yeah. So, Aaron, I agree with you, but and we were talking about this at work the other day about Sean Payton has a short leash on players. If he doesn't feel like you're contributing, you're gone. However, he's got to be doing something right. I mean,
look at this cat. His neck is about 2 foot long.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I mean, Davis Mills, and
he's not playing the other.
He's a service. Is he? I think he's playing right now.
No, he's playing, but he's not playing this week. I heard. Let me make sure I'm right on that.
Who is their quarterback? Is Young?
No.
What is his name?
God dang it, Josh. C.J. Stroud.
Stroud. I'm sorry.
I heard that C.J. Stroud was playing this week.
Okay, well, he has a shorter neck.
He does have a shorter neck. What the hell?
He has a shorter neck than why do I keep wanting to say Patty Mills?
Patty Mills?
Patty Mills. You remember Patty Mills?
Yeah.
Is he still playing?
I don't know. Yeah, C.J. Stroud is playing this week, and he cleared concussion protocol, so he will be playing this week.
Okay, so no more long neck zebra.
Yeah. No more long neck zebra. I've never heard him called that, but it makes sense.
He's not. No, that's something from the Jay Leno show a long time ago.
Patty Mills?
Not Patty Mills, but Davis Mills.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just. Anyway,
they showed the long neck zebra thing is they showed a picture of a giraffe, and they asked somebody on the street what it was, and somebody said a long neck zebra.
Long neck zebra. Yeah.
Not correct.
Anyway.
Yeah, CJ Stroud. Anyway, I love the who is the Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Is just the most inconsistent fantasy player.
No.
You got Nico?
I got Saquon Barkley.
Okay,
that's the
I
most
know you do.
inconsistent.
Oh, okay.
fantasy player.
Wasn't last year.
Wasn't
though.
last year. He wasn't at the beginning of this year either. But
Okay.
I need him to go off this week. I also need Drake London to play this week, so I'm hoping he does. Otherwise, I might not. First round of playoffs, I might get knocked out.
I'd like to apologize to one.
Yeah, go and get that out, Josh.
Thomas Walters, for talking so much shit on him through this fantasy football season because he did make the playoffs and I did not. But that's okay. Hey, I had the worst luck in fantasy football, I think, of anybody. Do you ever play fantasy and every one of your players is in double digits?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was like that solid all year. And two players would underperform like every week. And then this last week I picked up Joe Burrow because I was like, I see that he's playing and I saw it before anybody else. Mm-hmm. So I picked him up on waivers because I dropped him earlier in the year because I didn't think he was going to be back.
Right.
And I picked him up and sure enough he scored upwards of 20, over 20.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a quarterback all year do that. I had Goff. I had Flacco. Well, I take that back. That 1 week Flacco kind of went off.
Yeah.
But I had Goff and I had somebody else, and they consistently didn't score over 20. And so I grabbed Burrow. I got him. Thursday night, I had almost 60 points. And I was like, oh, I'm winning this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to be –
Yeah, I saw that.
And
you did not.
I did not. And, that would have put me at like 4-8.
Well, that'll put you at 4-8.
4-8, and I might have made that last little spot for the playoffs in our league because we only have 10 players this year. But it's did not happen. And
I finished 9-4 on the season. I lost last week. I didn't. I had a lot of people on bye last week, but I'd already made the playoffs, so I wasn't really stressed. And
what sucks about fantasy though is that now going into the playoffs, because it's still the regular season for the actual NFL, you can still have players on bye.
Yeah.
So if you get unlucky and you have a really good player on bye in your playoff rounds, that sucks.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's almost something you got to look at ahead of the season. And next season, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna start looking at matchups way more. I'm gonna start researching some. And maybe I said this last year and I didn't do it, but but I got to start looking at matchups a little bit more because I put Laporta on the bench. And started Mason.
Yeah.
And Laporta went off.
Yeah, don't you hate that?
And it sucks when that happens. And that's happened to me all year. I've had just a terrible year, but at least I'm not going to get the Toilet Bowl trophy. But as long as we can keep Thomas Walters out of the championship round, we'll be good.
Well, I'm hoping. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for Drake London to play this week, so I've got to really try to step my game up here and see if I can figure something out.
We don't need Tom to win 2 years in a row.
Oh, God, no.
The trophy needs to move from his office.
10-4. I agree. Anyway, so let's finish this out. Lane Kiffin to LSU.
Lane Kiffin to LSU from some guys who have followed LSU for a really, really long time. And just kind of our thoughts on it from our point of view. Mm-hmm. He had a championship caliber team at Ole Miss. Are they gonna win it? I don't think so.
No.
Did he left a team that was going into college football playoffs? Yes, he did. He left players that he recruited. Yes, he did. Mm. Is there precedent for this situation? Yes,
there is.
There's not precedent where they're going to a college football playoff because that really hadn't happened yet. This has been the first time. So Lane gets to be the guinea pig on this, but he doesn't deserve the hate that he's getting nationally. He there's no question, guys, that LSU football is a better job than Ole Miss. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. Don't you the recruiting, the players that you put in the NFL, the national titles, the athletic program as a whole. Don't kid yourself and act like, he could win multiple national titles. Ole Miss, no, he couldn't.
No, you couldn't.
No, you can't. That's why he came over here. Not to mention 91 million.
Yeah, I don't think, and honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think he's worried about it, because if he is, he's crying and wiping his tears with his $91 million. I don't think. Look, don't be stupid, people. Okay, I see all the people. Well, he left his team. First off, from what I understand and from what I've read, now this could be false. I don't know. This is just what I've read. He knew he was going to take the job at LSU. He had a meeting with the athletic director and everything at Ole Miss and said, look, I'd like to coach the team for the remainder of the season and try to win this thing for you. And they're like, no, get out. Okay. That's not his fault. That was not his decision. He even said it. I tried every which way I could to make it so that I could complete the season. And they're like, no, we want you out. Okay. And my thing is, if he really was like that, you're really going to fault the guy for trying to better himself? Like, come on, man. Don't be like, oh, well, he left his players. He told all these people that he was going to be there for them. Yeah. So you mean to tell me if you're a high school football coach and you're making what, $60,000 a year, and somebody comes up to you and says, hey, we want you to coach at whatever university, and we're going to pay you $2 million a year. Are you going? Oh, no, I looked into it, Aaron. I mean, you've got players saying one thing, you've got admin saying another thing.
What?
So a lot of the players said that he didn't, like he wasn't going to coach the team and things like that.
They also said that he didn't hold a team meeting. I don't think they let him hold a team meeting. I don't think that after the meeting they knew he was going to LSU. We told y'all on November 20th.
Yep.
I said, okay, LSU fans, it may be Lane Kiffin 7 years, $14 million a year. Yeah. That's pretty damn close to what, and people have known this for a long time, because the where I got that figure was somewhere that people in the know would be stating things, and yeah, that was an offer, and he eventually accepted it.
Who's not gonna? I mean, no offense to look, Ole Miss is a good school. A lot of history, a lot of things, charge of light brigade, whatever. Okay, I'm good with that. But when you say that, if you're going to sit there and say that, hey, we want to offer you, I'm damn near $100 million to come coach our football team with better facilities, better athletes, better all around.
I'm just not going to listen to the bullshit that LSU is not a better job than Ole Miss. I'm not going to listen to that. That's so silly for ignorant national media to say that.
Yeah,
It's 100% a better job. You're talking about.
That's a ambulance.
That sure is. I mean, you're talking about 4 national titles in football. What does Ole Miss have?
Yeah,
I mean, it's and Ole Miss has always been a good program and a storied program, like Justin said.
A great program. It's not as good of a position.
They are what they are.
The facilities are better. The recruiting is better. The coaching staff, everything that you have at LSU is going to set you up for success. We said it from the get-go that Kelly wasn't the guy.
No,
that was a bad hire.
That was a bad
hire.
That was a Scott Woodward screwed a lot of stuff up at LSU's program. That was one of the things.
Football.
He made a good hire with Kim Mulkey. That was the only hire that he was going to be able to make anyway. That was the splash hire. He did that. He thought Brian Kelly was a splash hire. Jay Johnson in baseball was a splash hire. He did a couple good things, but Brian Kelly in football wasn't. And football makes LSU athletics. That's what it is. And that's the most important thing to him. He's flamed out everywhere he's been. The part I'm hung up on is A&M fan now.
He's okay with the fallout later. I looked at it.
Yeah, look, and maybe he's trying to get to that point Nick Saban also did not have success until he got to LSU. He coached.
He coached Michigan State.
He coached
Just
NFL. He
subpar.
coached Michigan State.
And then he gets to LSU, wins the Natty, goes to NFL, sucks, goes back to Alabama and proves he's the
and
best
wishes
coach
that
in history.
and will in every interview that you listen to, when asked about LSU, says
Biggest
that
mistake he ever made.
biggest mistake he ever made. Wish I would have stayed at LSU.
Yep.
And that's a coach who won,
What, 7,
Nas-
6?
6 national titles.
Yeah.
Did he win 6 out, or is that overall? Or did he win 5 and then the 1 at LSU? I want to say it's 6 and LSU would make 7. But I mean, it's
7.
7.
He won
so
6.
6
Yeah, he won
with
6 at
with
Bama
Bama
and 1 at LSU.
and 1 at LSU. That's and like it or not, Kiffin is close with Saban. He's a Saban
You got to
disciple. He's also tumultuous. Yeah, he got fired on tarmac at USC. I remember that. Tennessee only stayed 1 year. They 100% hate Kiffin.
that guy. And LSU plays Tennessee next year.
He's benefited from the fact that his dad was a legendary
Yep.
NFL football coach. Invented the Tampa 2 cover, which
Yep.
everybody uses.
uses, yeah.
From the top to the bottom, every level of football employs a Tampa 2 coverage. It's and his dad is football royalty, so he's benefited from that a little bit. Does that mean that he's not a good coach? No. It means that he has benefited, and maybe at this point, if you listen to him talk when he was at Tennessee, and you listen to him talk now, you can tell that there's a little bit of humility that has been absorbed by failing at certain places.
I agree with that.
And
I want to say that, was the timing great? No. Could it be helped? I mean, no. Just like if it's just like if you change the job in in the real world, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna go from working at this plant to working at this plant. Oh, okay. Well, this is my 2-week notice. Okay. Well, we don't need you. Get out. It's no different. But everybody's up in arms about it. And yes, we are LSU homers. I'm an LSU homer. I bleed purple and gold. All that BS. I'm an LSU homer. I think that when it comes down to it, a man took a job, a better paying job, a better.
this is not a lateral move.
And I know that there's a lot of uproar about it, and you left your players hanging in this and that. Yes, and you know what? And
Nick Saban left players hanging.
Nick Saban did it.
Talk about any other coaching hire that has happened in the last 10 years, and probably 50% of those left players hanging.
Yeah, and just I think it's just because it's Lane Kiffin and his history, like you said, tumultuous leaving.
And his personality. He rubs people the wrong way. There ain't no question.
Aaron, I'm not 100% sure on the exact number, but I know part of the deal was they were going to give him $25 million more than what they had already. So I'm not 100% sure.
LSU has increased the NIL budget by $25 million. Plus $25 million what they already have is what I understand that to be.
And I think that was part of it. Okay, it's reported to be. It was previously $8 million, and it says that they've increased it to $25 million. But from what I read in other
$25 million
from other
plus
sources,
8.
it's 25 plus 8. So that brings a lot of players in. You got a lot. You already got people. We just Charlie Weiss Jr. is going to follow him from Ole Miss after the season. So I mean, and he's
another son of a legendary coach.
Legendary
we're
coach,
talking about people that have been in football their whole life and have football minds, and that's what people want. And they want people who are younger that know how to navigate these younger people. Now, Lane's in his early 40s, I assume now.
Lane's in a damn no man. Lane's older than that.
He's not. He's a man. He's at least 40. He's not. I don't think Lane Kiffin is older than me.
He's 50 years old.
Bull.
He's 50, dude.
Okay, well, anyway, that's younger than.
I can't tell if I can't. Aaron, I can't. He's 50.
He's 50.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic, Aaron, or you're being serious. But hey, you know what? I will say this: when LSU goes for it, they go all in, 100%.
I'll tell you this: that Lane seems to get the modern day athlete more than any coach. I think
He really does. He's a young 50.
He's a young 50.
And you're right. As far as the transfer portal goes, he nails it. He knows what he's looking for. And the thing is, it's not that he's an expert. He puts people around him who are good at what they do.
You know, now, Ed Ogeron made a point that he didn't become a good coach until he learned that I can't do it all. I have to delegate, and I have to find the right people to delegate.
And I'm going to tell you, he knows he's good at that. But the only thing I wonder is what's going to happen to Frank Wilson, because I like Frank Wilson, dude.
I think Frank Wilson is gone.
Frank Wilson
is a long-time LSU guy, but he hasn't always been an LSU guy.
Yeah.
And I seen something today that said they don't need a bad guy for New Orleans anymore. Mm-mm. They don't need a money guy for New Orleans anymore. They don't need he's not necessarily the best running backs coach. Either they find a place for him on staff or he's probably gone. Frank Wilson's a good motivator and a good recruiter. And he probably deserves a head coaching job at a university where he's kind of being already kind of like he was UTEP.
Yeah, and
I think he had one more.
Well, look,
shot.
and I think that he's going to land a job. I think he's going to land a good job. I think that in the long run, he's a good coach, and I really like what he did, but I'd like to see him stay because he's a good coach and good motivator. Do I think it's going to happen?
I think that Blake Baker is going to end up taking the Tulane job. Blake Baker is a Tulane alum.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And he's a good coach, and he's looking for his opportunity. Here's my suggestion.
I agree, Aaron. I could see at least one.
Yeah. Here's my suggestion. If LSU loses Blake Baker, there's a gentleman out there named Kelvin Shepherd.
Yep. Oh, my gosh,
that played for LSU as a linebacker.
Yes.
That was excellent. That would come back to Baton Rouge if you paid him enough, and would be an excellent D coordinator. And I really hope. I love Blake Baker. I love his the way he dials up blitzes and stuff. Sometimes he takes too many chances. But I love Blake Baker, and that's coming from somebody who hates Missouri, where he come from. Like, I hate Eli Drinkwitz. I hate Missouri. I hate their whole program. I think it's junk. I don't know why anybody would want to go there or coach there.
My gosh.
But
how do you really feel?
That's it. But I do like Blake Baker. And I like some of the things that he's done with the defense, but I think Kelvin Shepherd would come here and do a good job.
Let me tell you something. Kelvin Shepherd is not going to leave the Detroit Lions for anything but a head coaching job, okay? You can hang that up.
But that's his alma mater.
I understand, but...
And they could pay. What is he making for the Lions?
Let's find out. I want to know. Salary. Oh.
I remember watching Kelvin Shepherd play, man. Like, that's he was in the heyday.
Oh yeah.
And
he was a stud.
He was a stud. Him and golly, there's Craig Stelz, so many good defensive players I can just name. I can rattle them off because that defense was so big at LSU in those Les Miles years when we had an anemic offense with Justin Jefferson and things like that. Who I hate. You brought that up earlier. You wanted me to talk about Justin Jefferson because how much I hated Justin Jefferson, whose brother is.
You mean Jordan Jefferson?
Jordan Jefferson.
Yeah, he screwed that up again.
Yeah, I screwed that up. Jordan Jefferson. His brother is Justin Jefferson, who is a star, a stud, and was at LSU. But Jordan was not as good as his brother. Not close. He was a quarterback. He had some athletic ability. He maybe should have been recruited in a different position.
Man, this ain't right.
What?
It's saying all kind of crap. Like it's saying that the salary it's not publicly available. And so, I mean, Aaron might be able to find it,
Yeah.
but I don't have the connections there. And
If Kelvin Shepherd could, if the
but
pay
from what
range would be comparable to what he's making in Detroit, and he could come back to his alma mater, and
he might, but I'm gonna tell you this, I feel like they'd probably pay him enough. I saw everything from 390,000 up to 800 and something thousand that he makes to be a D coordinator, and I'm like, it should
Frank
be.
Wilson makes $1 million.
I said it should be more than that. I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
Frank Wilson makes $1 million. I mean, they could give him a raise. What does Blake Baker make? Blake Baker probably makes $3 million.
Let me see. Oh, okay. So it's around $4 to $5 million a year.
Okay, what does Blake Baker make?
Blake Baker, so $2.5 million.
Okay, for a good, they could probably match the salary that he's making in Detroit to his alma mater to help win a national title with Lane Kiffin.
No, they could probably pay him if they're playing that dude $2.5. They could probably pay him $5 or $5.5 or $6 or something. I mean, they're paying Kiffin how much a year?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're also paying two other coaches too.
Yeah,
they're still paying Coach O, and they're paying Brian Kelly. They're going to have to pay him out.
Brian damn Kelly, the worst.
Freaking, that's the worst hire I've ever seen in my life.
That
Thanks, Scott Woodward.
You suck, bro. We said that from day one too. We were like, this hire sucks.
You know what's so bad is that Scott Woodward is an LSU alum too.
Yeah, what are you?
And you
doing?
come to your school and you screw everybody over. What the hell is that?
Listen. I can't say he screwed everybody over. Okay,
I know he got Jay Johnson. He got
baseball
Kim Mulkey.
program, the basketball and the men's basketball program is really good right now.
Right now.
So that's his coaches that he hired. So I'm not going to say he screwed up with the football hire. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying he's horrible.
Okay, I'm
just saying that. I'm
I'll
saying
back off that.
I'm saying he might not be a football guy. So anyway, we've been on for like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah,
Charlie Weiss Jr. doesn't have the belly that his daddy did.
No, he's a skinny guy. I was
Skinny
surprised.
guy. When they said Charlie Weiss Jr. and I seen him I seen him on.
I was like, that's not him.
I don't look like his. He don't look like his dad.
But Charlie Weiss was a hell of a coach.
He was a hell of a coach.
He was a mastermind. So
but he did look like John Candy.
He was Candy-ish.
He looked like he could play in planes, trains, and automobiles. He was a big boy.
He was, and
he's good. Where is he at now? He ain't coaching anymore.
Charlie Weiss.
Charlie Weiss,
man.
He went to so many different places. I think at one point he was a head coach. Was he a head coach at Mississippi State?
Let's see. He ain't coaching nowhere apparently. Let me make sure.
He made all his money, maybe.
I mean,
hey, let me say one more thing.
Okay.
Screw Reese Davis.
Yeah, he sucks, bro.
Yeah,
like, that guy pisses me off.
I mean, he's an Alabama alum, and everything that he says about LSU is negative. He is the Temu Chris Fowler. He's a Temu Chris Fowler. That's all he is. Screw Reese Davis. He was at Notre Dame. You're right, Aaron. He was at Notre Dame. That's right. Charlie Weiss. And
he was at Notre Dame. He's not.
His son is way leaner than he is.
Yeah, Charlie Weiss is not currently coaching. He was fired from his last coaching job at the University of Kansas in 2014. He's a sports analyst.
Sports analyst. Okay. I hadn't seen him on anything, but you know who also coached at Kansas? Who was
Les Miles?
He coached there, but Mangino.
Oh yeah,
remember big old guy at Mangino?
Yeah, Eric. Well, no,
it wasn't.
God dang it! Why'd you say that? Now I'm not gonna remember. Anyway,
look it up. But anyway, he's a big old guy, man. But he was probably the best coach Kansas had for a long time. But he ended up getting fired for something for like calls.
No, that's Mangini. I'm thinking of.
You're thinking about Eric Mangini. Eric Mangini, yeah, who's a good football mind too. But this is Mangino. I can't remember his first name. He's a big old guy.
Mark
Mark Mangino. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's ginormous.
Yeah, he's a big cat, and he coached Kansas. He's probably the best coach that they had. Yeah, dude was a unit. Yeah, probably the best coach that they had in like 20 years. He had them, and that was back in the BCS era. He had them always close to getting in the BCS stuff, or in the BCS bowl games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to move on to what are you listening to?
Man, not a lot. I listen to not a lot. My wife put on the radio today because I was listening to a podcast, and she was like, "No," and so she put on the radio. It was just regular radio music. We did turn on the radio right when the drum solo on "In the Air Tonight" came on. That was the best.
Did y'all see that?
That snap?
No. Stevie Nicks.
Yeah,
wind chime that I sent y'all.
Yeah, my wife said if she don't get one of those in her stocking, she's gonna be real mad.
Okay, so that Justin, they're big Fleetwood Mac Stevie Nicks people, and I seen a Stevie Nicks wind chime from what's that song where she spins? Gypsy. So it looks like she's spinning.
She's spinning. Yeah,
when the
I've
wind
seen her do it
chimes
live
around.
twice. She doesn't do it very well anymore.
Did you Did you dress up like Peter Griffin and spin yourself?
Peter Griffin, Peter? No, I didn't do that. No, Adrian dressed up in a Stevie Nicks outfit, which is just her normal wardrobe.
Stevie Nicks.
I'm getting dirty looks all over.
Stevie Nicks did so much blow that she's got like a hole in the side of her nose.
Yeah, I heard that.
Inside of her nose.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it from the seats, but we are going to see Florence and the Machine.
Oh, cool.
That was her anniversary.
You're not going to see.
Oh, cool, man! Yeah,
you're not going to see My Chemical Romance.
No, if they come to Houston or somewhere close, I will.
Welcome to Justin's Black Parade.
Yeah, welcome to my Black Parade. That's why I wear my black Nike hoodie everywhere. Jacob, I'm here now. You can bring them up here, buddy.
What am I listening to? I'm listening to
Yacht Rock. We know.
No, not Yacht Rock. I've got back off into some.
Bring your daughter to the slaughter.
Yeah, Iron Maiden.
Really?
Yeah. I was.
That's because I showed
earlier.
you my Iron Maiden albums, man.
For some reason, though, at work today, I had the Reading Rainbow song in my head. Butterfly in the sky.
Butterfly. Oh my gosh.
I don't know why that is.
The DMX version.
DMX has a version of the Reading Rainbow.
Can we? We can't play that, can we? Oh man.
Butterfly in the sky.
Like Adrian's straight looking that up too. She's like 100%. I gotta know what this is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Jacob, I'm here, man. I'll be here for another 15, 20 minutes. You wanna?
I'm watching last night I was gonna watch the first episode of the new Stranger Things.
It's really good.
And I was waiting on Nicole to call because she's out of town, and she did not call, so I fell asleep. And when I woke up, it was too late. I was like, I'm not starting this now. So I went ahead and got in bed.
Yeah, we watched the first 4 episodes. You know what sucks?
What?
They released the first 4 episodes. Episode 4 is crazy. Oh yeah, hey, I'm
fantasy footballers. Tell us what platform
tell
that's
us,
on.
Can you just tell us who to play, Aaron? Because I'm so conflicted right now. Anyway, oh yeah, I'm sure I would. I listen to a lot of that stuff.
I've been listening to a lot of. She's listening to Reading Room. I've been listening to a lot of 104.5 out of Baton Rouge. I got
TuneIn Radio now. I this whole time I've been listening to it, I haven't been listening to like the live, and so I was like, I didn't know TuneIn Radio. So yeah, I got it on TuneIn Radio.
So off the bench in the morning on 104.5 ESPN at Baton Rouge used to be T-Bob Hebert and Jacob Hester, and used to be actually somebody else. But now it's Matt Flynn and Jacob Hester, who played together in 2007, who won national title together. So it's a really, really fun show. They do a really good job. Jacob Hester kind of takes the lead, and Matt Flynn is kind of the goofy one, which is funny. I would have thought that was going to be the other way around because Matt Flynn was the quarterback.
Do you remember when in 2007, Me, you, my buddy Eric, and I can't remember who else went with us. It might have been Lynn. I can't remember who went with us.
Did we go to the
game.
West Bar and Grill?
No,
We're going to a game.
we were going to a game.
Okay, because I remember one time we went to the West Bar and Grill and somebody fell asleep in the back of a pickup truck.
That was Lynn.
Okay.
Anyway, we
Oh, I remember this game because this is the one where you chugged a half a bottle of Jack Daniels and farted all over yourself.
So anyway, do you remember that weird dude? Like we're standing there by the fence and the player's walking down and he's like, Hey man, can I get in there? And I'm like, no, because we're like in like sardines and there's no room. He's like, bro, if you let me get up by the rail, I'll introduce you to Jacob Hester. I was like, whatever, dude, come on. So like squeezed in. And this dude looked methed out. Like he looked messed up. He was in bad shape. And he walked up there and he's like, Jake. And Jacob Hester walked up and said, what's up, bro? And he gave him a hug and everything. Hey, this is my boy. He helped me get up here. And he shook Jacob Hester he's like, that's awesome, man. Gave me a handshake and everything. And I was like, whoa. And he had humongous hands. I just remember his hands were freaking humongous. I almost said a bad word. Freaking humongous. Anyway.
I also remember one time we were going up to watch the band. It was just me and you, I think, at this game. And you ran into Clavion Chason's
his grandma. Dude, and we talked
and he was
football
hurt.
forever.
He was hurt, and Justin just strikes up a conversation with this lady, with this guy's grandma, and they talked for 15 minutes. I'm over here. I just had
a lot of beers.
Well, I had some Jameson and some Schweppes ginger ale, and I had about half a bottle of Schweppes, and I filled the rest of the bottle up with Jameson before we left for the stadium. Yeah. So I was over here in La La Land. Justin was talking.
Dude, and it was longer than 15 minutes, dude. It was like 45 minutes. We sat there and talked football with this old lady. She's a hip lady, man.
Yeah, hip lady.
And
Justin's like, hey, Josh, I want you to meet Clavion Chason's grandma. This is, and I was like, I'm sorry, he's hurt.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, me too." But we were talking about. She was talking about how great the coaching staff was, and all this and that. And when the players walked down, she was waving them. They were coming to say hi, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Giving them five. It was Darius Geis, friggin' Fournette, all of them. I was like, "Holy crap!" Dude.
Yeah.
No, that was different. We went to a lot.
Justin always ends up with something like that.
Dude, she was so cool, man. And she was so cool, man.
Yeah. She seemed like a really nice
She was sitting
lady.
there in her chair waiting for her people to walk down. And
she'd been sitting there a while too. She wanted a front row spot.
Yeah, and so
and what's funny is Chason wasn't even playing.
No, he wasn't even playing, but she supported, man. It was such a cool, her knowledge of football was amazing. Like we were talking about, that this game and that game and this game, and I'm telling you, man, she was awesome. So that was one of the coolest things I remember.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, that was.
I don't remember a lot from the LSU games because it's kind of drowned it out with the alcohols, but I do remember that.
But that's a neat experience, and you try to tell, a couple of games we went to this year, and we went down and watched the band. You're trying to I'm trying to tell my daughter about.
She's like, what?
Things that we experienced here, and she's like, okay, well, you don't know how cool it was because you wasn't.
You wasn't there. You wasn't there.
But anyway. But okay, and you don't know who Clavion Chason is, or you don't know who.
Yeah, you're not hip.
You're not. You don't know who Jacob Hester is.
Anyway.
But we've been in there a long time. We're long.
Yeah, dude.
We've been in the lean years and the good years, and hopefully we got some good years coming up.
Yeah, I hope so. I have a picture at the house. I was cleaning my closet out the other day, and I found it, and it's the first game I went to with you. It was 2003 or
2004.
2004, and you took a picture, and I was sitting next to Chelsea on the hill.
Yeah.
Chelsea were sitting on the hill, and I was like, oh yeah, hey, I remember that, and then I started like thinking about everything and thinking about all the games, and then I was like, I need to watch Old War School, and so I got it out, and I don't even have a DVD player anymore. Yeah, so I need to watch that.
And Justin, that game he was talking about, where his buddies came, we went. I think we went in your truck, and we got there. We parked over by the Ag Center, which is funny because my daughter's dorm is like real
right
close to the Ag Center right now, and I tell her that all the time. I was like, the first time me and Justin ever came here together, we parked right over there, and Justin had a half a bottle of Jack Daniels, and he held on to it before we went to the game, Before we went to the game, he just
Straight cowboy killed
straight
it.
turned it up. And after he did,
I had terrible gas.
and John Nolan was there too.
Yeah.
And after he did, he bent over and spit in the ground for 15 minutes and farted. And that was, I mean, that's the story. And he's got stories about me too, and he'll tell them later, but not right now.
Not right now because we're running a little late here. So.
As far as what I watched Landman too. The second.
Yeah.
Are you watching Landman?
No.
You got to catch up on that.
I do.
We threw the flag earlier on the trash can wars. Begun the trash can wars have in Silsbee. Can you say it like Yoda?
The trash wars begun. They have.
No, you did that wrong. Anyway, we're recruiting Jedis.
Yeah,
If
so
you
y'all
want
come
to
on.
join up and make sure that everybody gets their trash can in, we can help the cause. We're not going to kill any children or anything like
Yeah.
Anakin or whatever. But
Anyway.
we're just going to make sure everybody's trash can gets pulled in. So,
Yeah.
so you don't get fined by the city who has
Fuck.
who has bigger fish to fry maybe.
That's right.
So anyway,
All right. I think that's it for the night, man.
I think we need to shut it down, don't you?
It's getting late. I'm old.
We
Not
went a
late.
little long.
Yeah,
We
that's okay. We started a little bit late.
didn't even have a long
We didn't even have a whole lot
outline.
of no, we didn't. But we talked about a lot of random.
talked about a lot of random crap. So that thank y'all for jumping on the chat. Thank
Yeah,
you,
appreciate
Aaron. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Leslie.
Aaron, you ever want to come hang out, man? Wednesday
Yeah,
nights,
you know where we
You know
are.
where we are, bud. We'd love to have you on. Anyway,
Love your insight. And,
Yep.
and love you and your guys.
Yeah,
all the guys
definitely.
over there at SCT Exports.
that's right. Love what y'all do. Keep it
Love
up.
what y'all do. Keep it up.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. Like, share, all the good stuff. And until next week, the ruling on the field.
Stands.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks.